Hey everyone, Pastor Austin here, taking a moment to connect with you before Sunday. We're continuing our series called Vision Revisited. And last week we talked about the phrase, we are a family. This week we're going to talk about using our talents to help families. What does that look like? Why do we use talents? Who gave us those talents? There's tons of questions that can come every single week. And so I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. But we're going to be in Acts chapter 16, verses 25 through 34. And this is the story of Paul and Silas in prison. And what happens is that they're singing and praising God. They're in there because they were proclaiming Jesus. But as they're singing and praising God and praying, all of a sudden an earthquake happens and the doors fly open and all the prisoners are there, and the guard takes out his sword and is getting ready to kill himself because he's responsible for these prisoners. And if they're all gone, then it's his head that's on the chopping block. And so Paul and Silas say, hey, don't worry, man. We're all here. And come to find out, what happens is, long story short, as we'll see on Sunday, they end up leading this man to know the Lord, and then they go to his house and end up leading his entire household to know the Lord. And so sometimes we end up in these difficult situations where we feel like, man, the world around us is just falling apart, and I don't know why God has given me this kind of skill to do these kinds of things. I feel like I'll never be able to use them for any good reason. But we're going to see how Paul and Silas used the gifts and talents that God provided for them to actually reach that entire household. And we're going to break that down just a little bit. But as we prepare, I encourage you, read Acts chapter 16. Read the entire chapter because it brings a lot of context as to what's going on. But also, here's what I want you to do. Be thinking about this question. What talents do I have that I can use to help families know about Jesus? What talents do I have that I can use to help families know about Jesus? Think about that. Dwell on these things. Dwell on Scripture. Spend time with God. This is a perfect opportunity to clear some of this stuff up and maybe even bring more of a sense of purpose to your life. God has something in store for you, and I can't wait to take a look at it this Sunday, 8:15, 11, and 6 p.m. We also have our small group Bible study that meets at 9:30, and I can't wait to see you guys there.
Till I shine like heaven on earth, like heaven on earth.